Why successful people lose their families. Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings of Allah be upon every single one of you, and welcome to the Sacred Mind Experience podcast. I'm Imran Muhammad, aka the Pattern Interrupter. Here we talk about and speak about the journey of manhood through the lens of faith, how to be strong but also soft, how to lead but also to listen. My beloveds, today on the Sacred Mind Experience podcast, I want to explore a very difficult question. Why do some of the most successful people, right, entrepreneurs, business owners, people who know about strategy, people who know how to create, make wealth, people who know how to keep certain things adjusted in place, make sure they know how to employ people, they know people's behaviors and characters, they understand many individuals' psychology. That's why they employ them into their own businesses and structures. But they also are individuals. The successful people in the world lose the people they love the most. That's the question. So why do some of the most successful people in the world lose the people they love the most? Now, for me, this is a very profound question. It's a very powerful question because it's a question many of my clients ask themselves because they are individuals who are successful in the world. They know what to do, how to do. They know all of that. They've studied, they've learned, they've created something of themselves that other people admire, like, prefer, want to be. But when it comes down to one of the most closest to them, okay, the ones that they care for, the ones that are supposed to give them peace of mind, peace of heart, they lose them. Now, because I've worked with men who have built extraordinary businesses, men and women who have created wealth, men and women who achieved status and influence, right? Immense influence. Yet, behind closed doors, their marriages, their relationships, their connections were collapsing, are collapsing. Their children barely know them. Their homes felt emotionally empty. How does this happen? That's a crucial question. How does a man work so hard for his family while simultaneously losing them emotionally, ultimately, physically? That's what happens. That is what we are, God willing, going to explore in this podcast today, the Sacred Man Experience podcast. Let's set this observation, significant one. Many men believe I am doing this for my family. Men and women, both of you, who work hard, who put your effort in, you leave home early, you come back home late, right? You believe what? I am doing this for my family, my loved ones, the one I care for, right? All this effort and all this time. And often what happens is you genuinely are. That's true. Over time, something subtle starts to happen. Okay. The mission becomes bigger than the relationship. The mission, the business, the structure, what you're building, what you're creating becomes bigger than the relationships. The goal becomes bigger than the marriage. The ambition becomes bigger than the children. The future becomes more important than the present. Voila. I have seen fathers provide everything except themselves. I've spoken about the father wound. I've spoken about the child that is unseen, right? The father is there, the father is providing, the father is doing what he needs to do. And let's get this straight. There are many of us, and in fact, that's a larger percentage of individuals who are economically not that strong or powerful that they may do their job and then have leisure time. But the question then is that why are you doing this? Whatever you make, however you make it, right? When is the time? When is the attention given to those that you love? I love some of the entrepreneurs that I come across and business owners that I come across. They have included their families, their loved ones within their mission. That's one, I think, way of bringing them into your way of thinking, your reflection. So they are there with you. They understand the the pitfalls. They understand the difficulties, as well as the building, as well as the strength, as well as the wins when there are losses. Okay. So a man, he's built a beautiful home. Private, they have beautiful homes. The children have been educated privately. Financial security they have given to their families. Opportunities have been presented. Yet, what their children wanted most was their presence. Yet, what your children want from you the most is your presence. Children spell love differently. Adults spell love as Money. Children spell love as Time. What is that? It is time. For children, is the time that you give, is the attention to that period of time that you give is translated as love. From a psychological dimension, from a psychological perspective, many men drive identity from achievement. We've spoken about this before. The unheard, many times we consider this key part of our identity. Achievement is my goal, my identity. But in reality, that becomes many times on the sacrifice of everything else. Your sense of worth becomes linked to productivity. Okay? The more you achieve, the more valuable you feel. This is where identity and achievement collide. They do. Work becomes emotionally rewarding. What does family become? Family becomes emotionally demanding. So, guess where most people naturally drift? Towards the place that rewards them, that makes them feel good, that makes them feel that they are achieving something, gaining something, they are developing in that area. It's natural. This is the human disposition. This is how we incline, where we find peace, harmony, honor, status, name, not always continuously being scrutinized, is where we will go. This is why some men become addicted to achievement. I mentioned this before in one of the podcasts. Not because they love work. No. Because work provides certainty. Relationships require vulnerability. And vulnerability is, guess what? Uncomfortable. That's what it is. Now, in classical Islamic psychology, describes the struggle between nafs, which is the ego, the qalb, which is the heart, the ruh, which is the spirit, and the akal, which is the intellect. The nafs, the self, seeks recognition, status, power, achievement. The heart seeks connection, mercy, love, and presence. Many men feed the nafs, right, while starving the heart. The result is external success and internal emptiness. What I'm saying, I'm not just stating this for the fun of. I'm not just saying this as a flippant comment. I say this because I see too many individuals who are empty from within, because they have done so much effort, So much time has gone into the achievement, the power, the status, the self, the external self, that their heart is empty. And many of them, their heart has shriveled up. It has not been given any energy. It's not been given presence. It's not been given love. It's not been given mercy. So what happens? It weakens and it becomes sick and ill. The result is external success and internal emptiness. That's what happens. The sacred entity itself, God Almighty, states within the Holy Quran, your wealth and your children are but a test. The test is not whether we have them, the test is whether we neglect one while pursuing the other. That's what the test is. A human being, a good human being, is a balanced human being, right? Good, bad, and ugly. All is involved. We are not all this and all that. No, we're not. We have balances. We have to create some sort of balance. And we're humans. And we are not perfect beings. That's what makes us human. The polymath, Imam al Ghazali, may Allah be pleased with him, taught that a person can become so occupied, so preoccupied with worldly pursuits that they forget the purpose of those pursuits. They're so become engrossed and making money and making wealth and making a business. That was not the end all. There was a reason why you pursued that pathway of making the wealth, making a name for yourself, becoming an outstanding sports person, becoming a person who achieved so many goals in their life. There was a reason behind that. It wasn't the act or the business or the structure per se. It was something beyond that. The means becomes the destination. That's the problem. The ladder becomes more important than where it is leaning. Similarly, Ibn al-Qayyim, a great scholar of his time, warned that worldly success can become a veil between a person and the deeper truths if it is not balanced with remembrance and gratitude. This is very significant. God Almighty will get, look, Khairul Razikin is who? The best of providers is who? Is God Almighty. That's our tradition. That is within our religious context and our religious paradigm. That's where we come from. But because we become so engrossed within the pursuit, many times that slips. And when that slips, pursuit is what we are on, we forget why we were on that pursuit, why we went onto that pathway to achieve or gain what we wanted. Now, 3 things I want you to consider from this podcast. Number 1, the first thing is this: audit your presence. How many hours are you physically present but emotionally absent? Now, I'm asking you to do something which for us, for many of us, will be scary, worrying, concern. Because the moment you will do that, you will start to realize that there is a genuine imbalance here. I'm physically not entirely present. Even when I'm physically present in the room, I'm psychologically not there. Let me share something with you from my personal experience. And I share this because it was a great learning point for myself. I work in an environment which can become high pressured, right? And many a times there are different issues, concerns, problems that are pulling you in different ways. Okay. And you lose yourself in that. I would be around my family. I'm around my family. I'm around my, children. I'm around my wife. I'm around my parents. I'm around my brothers and sisters. I am thinking I'm functioning. I am physically present. I'm there. They're having birthdays. They're having, opportunities to get together. They make food. We celebrate different events. Births and this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm there. I'm physically there. But everybody else could see what I could not see, which I thought I was showing, which was in reality. They could see I'm disconnected. They could see I'm in a zombie state. They could see that I am thinking about something else. My head is somewhere else. I am at work. I am with a client. I am with, so and so, and my head is not with them. I am not connected to them physically. Therefore, emotionally absent. So, the question I raised to you, I've questioned myself, and I'm grateful to God Almighty, because certain things I had to go through a process myself, which is highly significant. Man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabbahu. There's a saying amongst the Arabic, says, whosoever knows himself truly will know his Lord, which is the ultimate sacred and unseen and secret. So I had to find out where I am. And when my family would say, my brother, my wife, would say to me that, you're disconnected, I would become a bit agitated. I feel, how dare you say that? But I had to, over time, I realized it was impacting me. Not only for my sake, but for everybody else's sake. I had to pop that bubble to get into reality. So, how many hours are you physically present but emotionally absent? Second thing, schedule connection. Now, most people schedule businesses, meetings, but leave relationships to chance. Now, this is something which is odd for a lot of us. A lot of you might be wondering, am I going to put this into my schedule, into my timetable, that I need to give time to my wife, I need to give time to my children, and I need to do this and this, and it's in your timetable, right? It sounds weird, but why would that be weird? If it's something significant, if it's something important, is it something that your time is valuable for, and ultimately it impacts you positively? You give time to your work, you give time to making money, you give time to your building of your business, you give time to your clients, you give time to people, individuals who you don't even know, right? Why not do the same with those that care for you, for those that you are doing all this for? Schedule that, put that into your timetable. I need to give this time to so and so person. And it's fascinating. I tell you, the moment I started to do that myself, I had this thing before, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Okay. So every nakrani that I could find, I'll put it into place. I would say, okay, yeah, I'm giving time. So I'm going for a walk with my family. Boo, 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 I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But the reality was, like I said, I was physically there, but emotionally disconnected. But what we mean by schedule is when you are present with your client, what happens? When you're present with your future business partner, or another contract that has come, or someone that you want to bring into your place of influence, so that you can enhance the work that you are doing together, you will give full attention to that. It's obvious, right? You don't want that person to feel that you are not giving your attention to that person. Okay. Because the moment they can't connect with you, what happens? You lose business, you lose money, you lose influence. True. And if that is true, then it is also true when it comes down to our personal loving relationships. Schedule your connections, your relationships, your time with your wife, your time with your children, your time with your parents, your time with your brother, sister, the time with those that care for you. Thirdly, ask your spouse or children one simple question. Now, this is, oof, let me share with you, this is heavy. What do you need more of from me? Now, you might say, that's a very straightforward question. Why is it heavy? Because now they're going to ask something which you think you are giving. I want more time of you. I want more attention from you. I want more presence from you, right? I want to play ball with you. I want to play cricket with you, football with you. I want you to come shopping with me. I want you just to, your wife says, or your loved one says that, just look into my eyes and just be there, in presence with me. That's it. I just want you to listen to me. Because all of these requests are something that you already believe innately, that you believe, I do that. Because I did this. I'm telling you myself. I did this. And the moment I snapped out of that, I realized, 1 minute, I'm not doing this because I'm emotionally disconnected. And the people around me, the individuals around me, loved ones around me, they're not concerned with my physical state. They're concerned with my emotional state. They're emotionally connected to me. They know exactly what's going on. Right. So this question, what do you need more of from me? Ask your spouse, ask your loved ones, ask your children. And then guess what? Listen. And let me be clear. As men, we have this tendency. We listen to respond. And listening is not only the function of the ear. Listening is a whole body experience. It is. This is being a man, I'm telling you, even for me, it's a struggle. I want to give an answer. I want to respond. I want to be reactive. I do many times. I'm still like that in many ways. It's not that I'm snapped out to be. I haven't. I have that, but I am in the process of rectifying, learning every single day. Because look, the moment the individuals are going to say that, what happens to us? We become defensive. So what I'm requesting is without defending, without explaining, without fixing, just listen. Question: 20 years from now, what will matter more to you? The extra deal you closed or the relationship you protected? I leave you with this question. There's a number of questions that I have raised throughout this podcast, but this question is significant because as time progresses, we physically become weaker, right? We mentally become slower, right? The question is, within 20 years, where do you want to be? The relationships that we have at this moment in time around us, with our loved ones, with our parents, with our children, with our uh, uh, spouses and partners and people who care for us, do you want them around? If you do, then you need to work on it now. I'm very grateful for many of you that listen to this podcast. Okay. And I don't know how to express that in any other way. So I just want to say to you, till next time, stay aware, stay honest, and continue becoming the man and woman you were created to be. You were created to be sacred. You were created to be that individual that inspires, created to be someone who becomes aligned, created to be someone who works hard upon their closest of relationships, right? It's not all about work, 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 but it's about why you are working and who are you working for. Find your sacred. Till next time, look after yourself and God bless you.